Okay, everyone, we're going to do some cooking. We are going to make some of the best chicken and dumplings you ever had. We're not going to do it the homemade way. We're not going to do dumplings the homemade way. But what we are going to do is use this here. This is the cheese garlic biscuits that I got yesterday that you just add water to. And I got them for 67 cents. We are going to make our dumplings out of that. I have my chicken here. This is the chicken that I cooked up yesterday from the chicken I got reduced. And I'm going to use my chicken bouillon cubes for my broth that I got on discount. We have our cornstarch. We have a can of mixed vegetables that I got for 50 cents a can. And I have onion. Are you ready? Let's get this done. We want something warm. We want something hearty. And we want something to comfort us. So there you go. Hold one moment. Okay, so let me get my chicken ready here. So we have our chicken, and I'm going to pull out a lot of the white meat that is very much just wonderful baked chicken. I'm going to use quite a bit of it. And I do have chicken thighs that I got yesterday as well. I've got them baking today. And then that way we'll have plenty of chicken for the cat. I do have some frozen that's already cooked, so we're kind of stocking him up just in case we can't get any more. So we just keep working with the chicken every day that we have it and go with it. So I've got my pile of chicken. Okay, so we're going to cut our chicken in pretty good sizes. They'll cook down a little bit more as they cook. And I'm just going to cut that up. And I did hand sort this. So this was hand sorted last night. Okay, so we're going to put our chicken in our pot right here. I make chicken and dumplings about once a year, and I absolutely love it. It's something that I can sit down and just really get warm and enjoy. So I'm going to use one whole onion. Throw that in there on top of our chicken. One onion right in there. 1 can of mixed vegetables. And probably if I was making this for a family, I would probably add more vegetables to it, maybe some spinach, kale, some chopped up greens to make it really, really good for you. This is just for us, and I'm not really worried about health. I just want to make something good. Okay. Okay, so I've got my water heating up for my bouillon cubes. I'm just going to go ahead and unpeel those. I have my cornstarch, and what I'm going to do is once I get the liquid with the broth, oops, I don't know what the heck I just did that for. That's because my dogs aggravate me. I will pull out some of the broth that I have cooked. We'll add some cornstarch, and then that will make it more thick. So I have my 4 cups of water, and it's heated up pretty hot. It's not boiling. All I want to do is make certain that I can get these cubes to, dissolve and make my broth. I've got to use these bouillon cubes up. And so I thought, what is better than this? Now, I am going to put some in the freezer just so that way they won't go bad. And we'll have them, but I have not done that yet. I just wanted to get them all, and I've got them all in order now. So We will probably do that really, really soon. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dissolve my bouillon cubes. Okay, so I've got my 4 cups of water in my bouillon. I'm going to pour that into my pan. Now we're going to do some seasonings. Okay, so I have it on a medium heat. Get that really, really hot. We're going to add our grill time chicken seasonings. I think it's just perfect. It has the perfect herbs and all of the seasonings that go so well with chicken already done for you. You don't have to find all the separate seasonings. I've got some black pepper. Put a little black pepper in there. Okay. And a little bit of salt. Okay. So we're going to let this cook for quite a while. We want our onions to soften. We want everything to get all good and incorporated in there. And then we'll start worrying about the dumplings. So we're going to let this cook, and then next we will make our dumplings. Do you smell it? Oh, it smells so good. It's still working. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make our thickening right now. So I've got my handy dandy Pyrex here. I'm going to put like probably a half a cup of milk in there. This is my cornstarch. I'm just going to put a little bit in there, probably a little bit. It's probably a tablespoon, close to it. I don't measure, so it's hard to tell. So I'm going to stir that in. Pour that into our pot here. It's just going to make it more like a gravy and give it a really good, rich, thick look to it. Look at that stuff. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. All right, so we're going to let that cook for a little bit, and then we're going to do our dumplings. Okay, so I've poured my biscuit mix in, my Pyrex. I've added my milk, and I'm getting this biscuit looking pretty good here. Okay. That looks just about right. Now, the key to this is having this at the right temperature. So you can see it's bubbling. We want it a little bit stronger of a boil than that. So let's see what we can do here. It's okay if we get a little bit of batter in there. It's okay. And it's nice and thick. It looks good, you guys. Okay, so just stick that in there. Let that clear out a little bit. That looks perfect right there. Okay, so we're trying to get this up to temperature. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit, and then we're going to do this. I'm going to do it and hold the camera at the same time and see if I can do this. Okay, so as you can see, our temperature is just about right. It's boiling, and the reason we want it to boil is so it will cook the biscuits right away. But we have to do this really quickly. This is probably the most intense part of the whole process. Let's see here. Okay, so here are is my biscuit mix, and I'm going to take them out in heaping spoonfuls like this, and just drop them, just like that. And just drop, just like that. And we're going to go all around the outside first. Okay. One right there in the middle. Put one right there. And my stove is filthy, so if you see dirt and stuff, that's just part of it today, because we've been cooking all morning. Okay, we're getting down to the end. See how nice that looks? Okay, I need to scrape one more out of my Pyrex. Okay, so we have all of our dumplings in there, and what we're going to do is we're going to top it. So let's get our lid on. And now we'll turn the heat down just a little bit. Not quite down to low, but in between low and 2 on mine. And we're going to let that cook for a little bit, and then I'll show you what we have in the end. Are you ready to go in? You guys are crazy. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's not yours. Okay, you guys. I know that I left my camera running for a little bit, but I hope I didn't say anything bad. So anyway, look at them, you guys. Now, something we have to put on there that I think is important is paprika. So let's do that. So I've turned it down to low. If you can see, those biscuits are steamed. They're boiled on the bottom and steamed on the top. They're just beautiful, you guys. Like, perfect. It worked. So I'm just going to put some paprika across the top. I thought for a minute I messed up and grabbed the cinnamon, but I didn't. Okay. So I'm going to turn it off. How pretty, you guys. All right, we'll dip some out here in just a second. Okay, so we're going to dip, we'll dip one out here. I almost wish I had put my mushrooms in there too. But there you go. There is a homemade chicken and dumplings. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Cook well, eat well, and stay warm.